Disclaimer. We are interested in everything and experts in nothing. We enjoy learning, but get it wrong sometimes. We mean no disrespect, and if we mess up, kindly correct us. Let's take this ride together, unless your intention is to cause harm or distress, in which case, with utmost haste, fuck right off.
Episode 30.
Our podcast is all grown up and probably freaking out about gray hairs now.
Might be having an existential crisis.
There might be a minivan that's purchased being traded in for a sports car.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. But it's an even number episode, which means it's your episode.
Yes.
So what are we doing?
Did you do that on purpose for me? Because you know my OCD is insane. Or did the universe do that for me?
I guess the universe did it. I didn't do it. Really.
Okay.
Not on
Maybe
purpose.
I roundabout did it for myself so that I wouldn't go crazy every time it was my turn and it would be an odd number and I'd be like, disconnect. Okay.
Maybe.
So obviously I've been doing a lot of wedding planning research crap. So I thought, why not do the whacked out world of wedding traditions? Why we have them, origins, why not? Obviously I didn't do wedding traditions around the world because this would be 7 hours long.
Okay, so just like US.
I picked kind of the US and the more commonly known in this region.
Okay.
So there's going to be some things that, you know, have come from other countries, but obviously just picking more of the westernized modern world. So weird wedding traditions. Why do we do them? Why do we still do them? Are they weird? Are they fun?
Probably both.
Probably a little bit of column A, a little column B.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. The origin of bridesmaids. Have you ever wondered why bridesmaids are often asked to wear matching dresses and support the bride during the processional?
Yes.
It wasn't always to ensure that the bride stood out while her besties donned tacky gowns. Which, by the way, thank you for not making me wear a tacky gown, and I will do the same for you. I will not make you wear a tacky gown.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, I'm not going to do that. Quite the opposite, as bridesmaids originally wore similar dresses to the bride to confuse her exes and outsmart evil spirits. That way, the evil spirits wouldn't know which woman in the group was getting married. Because apparently they had very bad eyesight. They just saw a woman in a dress and assumed it's that one. Oh, wait, maybe no, it's that one. Oh, maybe it's that one. Oh, crap, they're all dressed so similarly.
Wait, okay. Hold on. Stop already. Why are evil spirits targeting the bride?
I don't know. There are a lot of things that are done to confuse evil spirits. I want to know what these women have done to piss off evil spirits, specifically on the day they're supposed to get married. Or if there is one specific group of demons that are like, you know what we need? We need a woman, but not any specific woman. We need a woman who is about to be wed. She can't already be married. She can't be unmarried. She has to be about to be married, like within the hour. That is the specific woman we need for whatever ritual we need. That, my demon brethren and sisterin,
Go with it.
Brethren and sisterin is what we need. So let us go and find this one woman, and that is who shall be our prey.
Yeah. So that's weird. 100%. But also, let's talk about the fact that any ex who is so caught up on this woman that he's going to go and like mess with the wedding is going to know what the hell she looks like.
Apparently not, because her similarly dressed friends will stand in front of her and go, "Ooh, look at me, am I your ex-girlfriend? You don't know because I'm wearing a similar dress."
Oh, this is crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All right.
as far as bridesmaid duty in early Roman times, bridesmaids would line up to form somewhat of a protective shield while walking the bride to the groom's village. The group of women who were similarly dressed were expected to intervene if any vengeful paramours tried to hurt the bride or steal her dowry.
Okay. Now that makes sense.
Yeah. Which I'm like, were these women given weapons? And was there formal training? Did you have to go through like bridesmaid boot camp? Were you given like the same training as the gladiators? Like, how well trained were these women if they were expected to step in? Because like, were they taking off a sandal and beating the shit out of someone? Because I want to be in that bridal party where I'm given a broadsword and a buckler and told to like, knuckle up if someone's coming towards me. But that's just my thoughts.
Okay, so the very first one is already very interesting.
Yes, in China. So here I am. We're going towards different countries, but we're still staying in like, bridesmaids. In China during the feudal era, brides were susceptible to kidnapping at weddings by rival clans and hooligans. Shouldering the responsibility to protect the bride, bridesmaids were dressed up like the bride to lower the risk that she might be identified and taken. As legal protections for marriage were established, this was no longer necessary, and the role of the bridesmaid took a more symbolic turn.
Jesus.
So they kind of started legally protecting shit, which was nice. And people stopped like stealing the bride. So, I mean,
that's so weird. Why the bride specifically? Like, just like with the demons, I guess, what makes her so much more valuable in that like few hours compared to any time ever?
A lot of times marriages were arranged. So it was seal an agreement with that kingdom with a marriage. I know a lot of times they could capture the daughter of a king or of a chieftain and then ransom her back. So, wow. That's something that they're going to want back. I don't know. Ask the hooligans. I just want to know who's lining up. Like, I'm a hooligan. I'm here to snatch me a bride.
I don't know. Okay.
But, okay. In the Victorian era, white was the official color for both male groomsmen and female bridesmaids. This trend originated with Queen Victoria when she married Prince Albert, wearing a long white wedding dress, and her bridesmaids matched the color of her gown. Aren't you glad today that you're only responsible for smiling and carrying a bouquet, not beating the shit out of someone that's trying to snatch your friend?
I mean, definitely. Yeah, it's a completely different obligation.
Although I would enjoy the sword, the shield, and the option to kick the shit out of someone if they got too mouthy. Like, if you had an aunt that was just mouthing off and being rude, like, as the maid of honor, can I come down from the stage, take off my shoe, and smack a bitch? Like, can I have that option?
I probably would have said yes.
That's fair. And first of all, I mean, who's going to have somebody at the wedding who's not going to, like, behave? I mean, I know we all have, like, that family obligation.
It happens.
Shit, but I'm just like, come on. That would be hilarious.
There's always one.
There's always one. There is always one. Okay, so that is the origin of bridesmaids.
Okay.
Here we go on to the origin of wedding cake, which, by the way, it's going to get real weird and it's going to get real gross.
Oh, God, but it's cake. Okay, all right. Okay. I've been warned.
You've been warned. Okay, so origin of wedding cake. It was common for grooms to take a bite of bread at the wedding, crumbling the rest over the bride's head for good luck.
Okay.
Guests would then scramble around her feet to pick up the crumbs in order to absorb some of that good luck.
Okay.
We haven't reached the weird and gross yet.
No, that's pretty weird, but it's just not gross.
Yeah, it's weird, but we haven't reached the real weird yet.
Okay.
Wedding cakes have their roots in ancient Rome, when marriage ceremonies ended with a scone-like wheat or barley cake broken over the bride's head for luck and fertility. The new husband and wife would then eat a few crumbs together as one of their first unified acts as a married couple.
All right.
Later, the tradition evolved into the bride pushing pieces of her wedding cake through her ring to the guests. Those in attendance would take that piece of cake home to place under their pillows for good luck again. It's a great thing today when we can just enjoy a slice or two at the wedding without having to pick up the crumbs off the floor or have them pushed through someone's jewelry.
Yeah, I don't want to do that to my ring.
I mean, I really don't want it in my hair and have people standing around trying to pick it up off the floor after it's been on my head.
I don't want to grind it into my sheets.
That too. Okay, now we're getting to the gross.
Okay.
The first official wedding confection comes from a 1685 recipe for a bride's pie, spelled P-Y-E.
Okay.
A pastry crust filled with an assortment of oysters, lamb testicles, throat, rooster comb, and pine kernels. Delicious.
No, that's a lot of stuff I would not eat.
No. In Yorkshire, it was thought that eating the pie ensured the couple would have a happy life together. So declining a slice, even one filled with the testicles and thyroid, was a major no-no. Single ladies certainly had incentive to eat their share, though. A ring was hidden somewhere in the pie, and whoever found it would be next in line to get married. So sort of like a bouquet toss,
Yeah.
although it was a ring hidden somewhere in between sheep's balls and a rooster's comb and some guts.
And oysters.
And oysters.
Ugh.
The actual ones, not the Rocky Mountain ones.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'd be like, you know what? I'm fine staying single. I am not combing through that shit.
Absolutely not. Shirley will not do that.
I will not do that. You can keep the ring because that's disgusting.
I agree.
So, ew.
So
there's a reason we're having donuts at our wedding because, dear God, and it's also the fact that Zach hates cake of all kinds. But moving on.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, I told you it was going to get weird and it was going to get gross.
My face is stuck.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's move on to the origin of the best man.
Okay.
So obviously runaway brides have been around for quite some time. Okay. Because best man's former duty was to make sure the bride didn't escape during the ceremony. Sometimes he was even asked to kidnap her. No. When the parents didn't approve of the marriage, the best man was tasked with ensuring the groom was able to take her away regardless of how her father felt.
No! What? Oh, good. That's not okay.
Which, okay, maybe in that instance, she was down. Her parents didn't agree. So his job was to make sure that the bride was able to escape the household. We'll go with that one.
Okay, if she was down, then I can accept that.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. Not, I need you to kidnap her because I want to marry her. That one's gross. That one's ewy.
It's very ewy.
We're going to go with dad didn't agree. She said yes. So he's going to help her get out of the back window because he's tall. Is what I've decided.
Go and elope.
Yes.
Okay.
And the best man wasn't just picked because he was the groom's best friend or brother. No, the term best was added to the title because that person had to be the strongest and the most capable of the lot when it came to using a sword or weapon to fight off enemies and rival attackers during the ceremony. And you thought the job of remembering to bring the wedding ring was hard.
Yeah. And also apparently fathers of the bride.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Got to fight them off too.
Yep.
Good Lord. Okay.
Yes. So go kidnap that girl. No, I will not do that.
I don't want
Well, she wants to marry me, but her dad said no. Okay, fine. I will help her out the back window, but I am not kidnapping her. Fine. That I will do.
Yeah.
So moving on next is to the origin of something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue.
Isn't that only part of it? Like there's also something about a penny in your shoe or something?
Sort of.
Okay.
There is another part of it. There is the last part is a sixpence in my shoe.
Okay.
Which is encouraging a bride to tuck a sixpence coin in her shoe for good luck. Which I don't know how that would be good luck because I feel like you would just be stepping on that coin for the entire time. But whatever.
I agree.
And by the way, Princess Diana did that and Mariah Carey did that. And neither of their marriages worked out real well.